Drop, yeah. What? It take a hot girl to fuck till a hot boy. It take a hot girl to fuck till a hot boy.
You need a hot one, I got one, and take it and bend. Shake it down, break it down, with me and a friend. Biggity bounce, slide, ride, work that cat to the right. Push it down, push it up, boom, you dynamite. Lick it up like ice cream, nigga, you know. She make me pop, Rocky Balboa. See, I'm loving when we thuggin', baby, just don't stop. You can wobble,
Drop it like it's hot.
Eat it up and eat it up, love, that's your dick. And if you ain't from the ghetto, then ride out, bitch. Arms, legs, backs, and breasts. You better read a fucking tax, nigga, man, and press. Suck it up and yuck it up, baby, work on that pole. Got them niggas in the circle hollering, it'll be oh. Back that ass up, Lil, went all the way to the zipper. I really like your hot girl, but I got to flip.
Oh, what you need, boy?
I need a hot girl.
Oh, what you want, boy?
I want a hot girl.
Oh, what you need, boy?
I need a hot girl.
Oh, what you want, boy?
I want a hot girl. What? Do your thing, do your thing, bitch. Do your thing, bitch. Do your thing, bitch. Do your thing, bitch.
I need a hot and spicy hoe I can shop with. Gave my hoe 10 G's, told her spend the shit. See my hot girl ride Lexus coupe, bitch. And she got the matching rolling hoe, floss your shit. And she got the matching mink for the winter, bitch. I see a real hot girl, can't be faded, bitch. Roll the dice, hit the 7, no crap, bitch. She got the brand new Rover off the show real quick. Customized TVs all through that shit. Yokohama 20-inch dubs on that bitch. Now see my cash money hot girl, floss her shit. Riding uptown, bumping hot boys, you bitch. And that blue face Rolex, I bought that bitch. Keep big head Benjamins all through her shit. Fuck a thug girl, them hoes can only suck my dick. I need a hot girl to represent this uptown shit.
Oh, what you need, boy?
I need a hot girl.
Oh, what you want, boy?
I want a hot girl.
Oh, what you need, boy?
I need a hot girl.
Oh, what you want, boy?
I want a hot girl.
Oh, what you need, boy?
I need a hot girl.
Oh, what you want, boy?
I want a hot girl.
Oh, what you need, boy?
I need a hot girl.
Oh, what you want, boy?
I want a hot girl. Hot girl.
What?
Hot girl. Hot girl. Where my bitch at? Look, a hot girl is a solid hoe. If a bitch get out of line, she a violent hoe. Ain't no pest, far from being a whining hoe. Fuck up, she confess, she ain't no lying hoe. That's what I need, a hot girl is a jazzy bitch. I take her anything for a classy bitch. On the down low for her nigga, she a nasty bitch. I tell her touch it, she gon' try to grab the dick. I bust a nut this song, she get it back hard. The police kick in the door, she takes the charge. If a nigga go to jail, she run for a nigga. Money, all his business and bump one for a nigga. She hear a nigga ballin', work that body for her nigga. Let me come through, hit the set.
What up, y'all? What's going on? How y'all doing? K-Lil92, that's Hot Girl by the Hot Boys. By the Hot Boys, Juvenile and them. You know what I'm saying? Cash Money Records. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Y'all? I apologize for my absence. Your boy Atmos has been just, man, listen. When I tell you that God has just been doing some amazing things that's been snatching me off of YouTube for a while. I had to readjust my life because I just got another promotion, and it's just overwhelming. So I had to kind of just put some time into that to make sure that as I continue to progress in life, that I'm on point, right? This R. Kelly stuff, y'all, let me tell you something. it can mentally, physically, and spiritually drain you. Sometimes you have to just take a break. You have to just take a step back and be like, you know what? Just don't even go to YouTube for like 3 or 4 days. I promise you'll feel better. You take a break from YouTube for 3 or 4 days. I promise you, you will feel better. I promise you. You won't feel as down. You won't feel depressed. You'll feel like, dang, it's really like a crazy soap opera on them YouTube streets with everything going on. It's been so much going on. I just been watching from the bushes. I just been watching and just seeing what's going on. I'm like, man, some of this stuff on here is just straight evil. You know what I'm saying? So I just been just doing my own thing, y'all. Thank y'all very much, man. Let me see who up in here rocking with me. K-Love92, what up, what up, what up? Cherie Harris, hello, how are you? Let me know if I'm yelling, y'all. I know I got a big mouth. Nexie Mendoza, how are you? T-Bone, what up, what up, what up? Let me see. What's up, honey? How are you? Aisha Stockton, hello, how are you? Lesmit One, what's going on? What's going on? Let me see. Who else up in here? Who else? April Showers, Brain Mayflowers. How are you, Miss April Showers? Let me see. Justin T, please. What's up? Candy, hello. T-Bound One, what's good? Miss Opinionated, yeah, that's me. What's going on? How you doing? You in the place to be. I'm about to bring it to you as real as you see. Yes, my name is Atmos, as you can see. Yeah, you see how I just took her name and flipped it? That's how we do. That's how we do. Let me see who else up in here. Thank you so much for the congratulations. Karen's Way, hello, how are you? Thanks for coming in. And Sugar Brown 37, what's good? What's up, Dre? How are you? What's good? All right, y'all. So we're going to talk about some things. Before I get into the elephant in the room, y'all, do me a favor. If you are rocking with your boy, hit the like button for me, if you don't mind. I promise you it's free. I will not ask you for no money. Just hit that for me. I appreciate it, okay? So that's Queen Dree from Chicago. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, y'all. So I'm going to play something for y'all. I want us to just listen because I want to just, someone told me that Bon Jean said something, and I want to just listen for myself just to see if that's factual or not, okay? So let me do this. I'm about to switch up.
Your thoughts. You had asked for a much shorter time. Your thoughts of what the judge
Well, yes. Obviously, our papers were seeking something closer to a minimum sentence. I was pleased that the judge agreed with our guidelines range. Less pleased that he went above the guidelines range. But ultimately, running the sentence concurrent and just basically adding 1 year to what he actually serves, which I've already noticed that some of the media doesn't seem to get this, not you guys necessarily, but the sentence was largely run concurrent, 19 years, 1 year added on in real time, and that is a win in our view, and it's the right outcome. The judge was reasonable. He, I think, took into account both sides and ultimately was fair. Although, again, you know, I would have, of course, liked a lower sentence, but the fact that he ran it concurrent, mostly, with the exception of 1 year, is a big win for us. I'm sorry, what's that?
age the major factor?
As mitigation?
I'm so sorry. If you could just censor yourself in front of the
Yeah.
microphone.
Oh, sure.
Just to make sure you're. Thank you.
Yes.
Make sure everyone can hear you. Sorry, go right ahead.
Yeah, sure. Well, of course, age is an important factor because of his life expectancy in prison. As the judge pointed out, if you're sentencing a 25-year-old man versus a 56-year-old man, you can take that into account. So a sentence for a 56-year-old man of 20 years is a life sentence, where for a 25-year-old man, it's not necessarily a life sentence. So that was a really important piece that the judge took into account. I was happy to see the judge had read the mitigation reports. He seemed familiar with our arguments around Mr. Kelly's own generational trauma. So, you know, again, I thought that was reasonable and fair that he did that. And I also was quite pleased with the restitution issue, because that was really troubling to me, that the government had essentially promised restitution in obscene amounts to the witnesses in this case. And as if any of you had read my motion, that was not disclosed to us. And $14 million is a big motivator. So it's an area of cross-examination that we didn't get. And the government seems to think that they can just pull numbers out of the air and say, she had something bad happen to her, give her $14 million. Well, that's just not how the system works. The judge got it. I was happy that the restitution awards were appropriate.
Have you had a chance to talk to Mr. Kelly?
I did. I did. Mr. Kelly is in good spirits. He is pleased with the outcome of the case. And again, there is still a big fight ahead of us. We are challenging the convictions in New York. That will be litigated very soon. And frankly, that's where our priorities are now. He's pleased, but we have a lot of work left to do, and we're going to do it.
And you're filing something next month.
That's right. We're filing our brief in the Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit, challenging the Eastern District case, which in our estimation was an overcharged, inappropriately charged case under a RICO theory that never should have been.
Can you tell us what you thought of your appeal in this case?
Yes, we will appeal this case as well. I cannot identify for you all the issues. I do believe that, giving Mr. Kelly an above guidelines range sentence.
Okay, so that was something I was told, that she said she was not going to appeal the Chicago case. And as y'all just heard, she just said, we are going to be appealing this case as well. Let me just go back a little bit.
That never should have been.
Can you tell us what you thought of your appeal in this case?
Yes, we will appeal this case as well.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know. Okay, great. It's only a minute left. I'm gonna finish this out. Actually, no, that's really what I wanted to hear. That's what I went to this for. Okay, so let's get to what I want to talk about today. Give me a minute here, y'all. Let me pull up my stuff right quick. All right, let me take this other person down. Here we go. Okay, so my question is, first of all, let me do this. Let me take this down. All right, everybody know where they at. Okay, so let's look at this right quick. This came out yesterday, or today is the 9th. I think this came out today. I want y'all to just see this really quick. So this is her official appeal notice, okay? So as y'all can see, United States District Court of Northern District of Illinois, Eastern District, United States of America appellee versus Robert Sylvester Kelly, the appellate. This is before the Honorable Harry D. Lindweber, which is the judge that's presiding. Notice of appeal. Robert Sylvester Kelly appeals to the United States Court of Appeals for the 7th Circuit from the district's final judgment entering in this action on March 7th, 2023. Dated today, respectfully submitted by Jennifer Bonjean, the attorney for the appellant. So, to make a long story short, they are appealing the Chicago case. They are appealing the Chicago sentence. Now, my question would be, is that a good idea? What's up, Paula Mitchell? What's going on? Keenan Craig said he will get it. The government needed the obstruction charge. You can't use double jeopardy. Okay. What's up? What's up, Rockin'? What's going on? What's going on? So, my question is, do y'all think this was a smart idea by R. Kelly to appeal the Chicago decision? If you feel like it's a great decision, I want you to put a 1 in the chat. If you feel like it's a great decision. If you don't, put a 2 in the chat. If you think that this is not smart, if you think that if he does, this can open him up to get more time, then I want you to put a 2 in the chat. If you think it's a great idea, put a 1 in the chat. If you don't, put a 2 in the chat for me, please. Okay? Because I was thinking to myself, like, you know what, dude, you actually got a pretty good, fair deal in Chicago. Like, why are you even playing with this? I can understand in New York. I understand in New York. I understand. I think there's some issues in New York that he definitely has a valid argument with, right? I do. Just my opinion. What's up, Sonya Davis? Just my opinion. However, for him to appeal Chicago, that's his right. I just don't know. So Danny says she thinks it's a good idea. Okay. Most of y'all say no. You don't think it's a good idea for him to try to appeal Chicago. But you know what? We shall see, right? We shall see. However, I think Judge Leonard Weber was extremely fair. I thought he was extremely lenient. I thought that he looked at R. Kelly's health and his age, and he even was bold enough to come on and say these women are not, aren't upset because he done them so wrong. They're upset because he doesn't love them anymore. They're upset for the loss of, or the lack of love, is what he said. Okay. Let me see. Danny said if he gets more time, it's not going to make a difference. So better take a gamble on the win. Okay, we'll see. We shall see. Now, okay, Keenan Craig said he thinks it's a good idea also. See, my thing is, and maybe they could be, and some of y'all legal scholars out there, correct me if I'm wrong, but do you think maybe the strategy is to try to get the appeal in Chicago and then say, now, if Chicago can give us an appeal and the judge can see, the light of day, then why can't New York? And we have way more issues in New York with the way that this thing came together. And we feel as though, that there was a lot of mischief and a lot of maybe some people shouldn't have been put on the stand. Now, I'm going to say this, y'all, and I will sit here thinking about this. I actually sit back sometimes and I'll sit there and I'll think on something, and then I'll say, okay, it's probably okay to talk about now. And this is just how I'm thinking, okay? Do you think that it's possible that, and I heard R. Kelly say this in one of his interviews, and I'm not going to lie to you, it kind of made my eyebrow raise just a little bit. And I don't know if it'll even matter. Because, yes, he's already been sentenced and, the jury already found him guilty. So this may be a moot point. However, do you think that it's possible that they could raise an argument in the appeal that Azriel shouldn't have even been on the stand? And the reason why I say that is because, and he said, and it kind of did make sense, and I've had to think to myself as if I was caught cheating on a girl, and she happened to be someone who I loved, and I was messing around with another girl, and I got into some criminal trouble, would I want that girlfriend or ex-girlfriend on the stand against me while she is salty, mad, angry, and wanting get back for the pain of feeling like she was played? Was it fair to have her on the stand as a witness against him when she was as upset as she was over the fact that he chose Joy over her? I want y'all's opinions. Do you think that it's possible that he could say, you know what, she should have never even been on the stand. She was upset at me She was mad at me. She was angry, and everything she did, I feel like was out of just anger and madness over the fact that I decided that I wanted to not have her be first, and I was moving another girl in the way. Is that possible? What do y'all think? What do you think? Do you think that they may have a valid, argument there to say, hey, that's a witness that I would that shouldn't have been on the stand with the way she was feeling about me. And here's what I think about when I think that. If Azriel would have been in that jury and they would have asked her a question, how do you feel about R. Kelly? And she said, I can't stand him. He's a cheater. He's a liar. He hurt me. He lied to me. He did this to me. He did this to me. And I just hate him. Would the lawyers have picked her to get on the stand to testify against him? That I'm just thinking. That's just how I'm thinking. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Let me tell you what y'all think. That's the way my brain was thinking earlier, is should she have even been able to get up on that stand and testify against him, knowing how she felt against him because of the issues? I want to know what y'all think. Let me see. True Strong Warrior says yes, because they had proof of what she was saying, and she was already in the indictment when she was still living with RSK. Okay. Yeah, she was in the indictment, but would she have still went up there and said the things she said about him if she wasn't as upset and mad? Let's see what y'all say. Honey said, because either way, she had to swear to tell the truth, period. Okay. It wasn't against the law. Who cares if it was fair? Okay. If he can't prove she said anything untrue, it's out of luck. Okay. Pit Stop 1998 said nope. Honey said no, they don't have a valid argument. Okay. All right. Keller says Sixth Amendment requires that in all criminal prosecutions, the accused shall enjoy the right to be confronted by the witness against him. Okay. James Harris says Azriel was already part of the trial before the email. No, she would have to have testified regardless. True. She would have had to testify. All right, let's say. Good sign here. Saying it wasn't fair is juvenile and childish. Okay. How many young girls has he manipulated and coerced and confused? He is where he belongs for the crimes he has committed. Okay. All right. What up, Sean Barron? What's going on? All right. Kayla92 says, but she didn't do that. She handled herself very well. Okay. He can say that, but that's just a narcissistic approach to it. Well, Nakia, you got a point, but also on the other side, he's going live right now saying that the only reason in his mind that she flipped on him is because of those emails that were stolen. That's what she's saying. She's saying the only reason why that she flipped on me is because those emails were stolen and she saw something that she was not supposed to see. That was my own personal private email. That's why she flipped on me, is right there. So people may say, you know what? That's narcissistic to think that from everything that was proven that you did to her, you think that out of everything that they had against you, that the only reason she flipped on you is because of the email. So I guess it could go both ways. Andrew Stable says Azriel was part of the indictment before those emails. Okay. But she wasn't the only victim in the case. She wasn't the only one he was convicted of a RICO for. She was a victim. It was 2 years later, and Az would be the one to answer that question. Okay. Warrior said they had video of her smear. Ugh, I remember that. That's smearing feces, and they had video of RSK forcing her head on nephew's penis. Ugh, gosh. Great way to remind us, Warrior. Tasha, what up? Next, he said she didn't do that. They asked questions related to her case, not her feelings. Okay? That won't hold up in court at all. Not a valid argument. Okay? Great. That's why I ask y'all these questions. I ask y'all these questions to see what y'all think. Not possible because they were not married and she was testified against him. Now, if she was a hostile witness, the government wouldn't have used her, but they rolled the dice. Good point, T-Bound 1. Okay. My bad, Sean. I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Get those likes up. Get those likes up, y'all. Get those likes up. Dre said they just needed Bonjean for cross-examination. Oh, now. Hold up. No, she didn't. That would have been nasty if Bonjean would have cross-examined Azriel. That would have been real nasty. I think, didn't they have Nicole? Wasn't Nicole the one who cross-examined Azriel? No, it was a Cannon. Cannon was the one that cross-examined her. Oh, that would have been nasty. That would have been nasty if Bonjean would have cross-examined her. As long as she didn't perjure herself, then it's a moot point. Okay. Rocco with the Truth said it wasn't about her feelings. It was about the facts. Bingo. I'm going to put the link in the chat in case anybody wants to come in and say something. Hold on. Let me copy this link. I'll put it over here. Let me paste it. Paste. There we go. And then let me go ahead and pin it to the top. All right. Anyone wants to come in and say anything about this, you're more than welcome, or just to speak. Okay. Latrice, she not blocked no timeout. Okay. Let me see. Yeah. So is Sean Barron there? I see him. Lesbian 1 says, and truthfully, did he commit the crime? Was she 17 and he still continued to have sex with her? He committed the crime, indeed. Okay. Tarsha, yeah, because Boho has a real nasty disposition. She do. I think it would have been real nasty if she would have crossed her. Oh, it would have been nasty. Bonjean would have tortured ass. Cannon did. Okay. Yep. Excuse me, y'all. Cannon cross-examined her. Okay. Ronnie Lau says, I'm so sick of RSK. He sound like a big dummy. He needs to just go and do his time and quit whining like a girl. Now, look, y'all. I'm going to say this, right? It is, I do question, like, maybe his lawyers told him the only thing you can talk about is the BOP. That's it. Anything else you talk about, you're going to jeopardize your appeal. And so I get tired of everywhere he go, he's saying the same exact thing. I want to talk about, I can't talk about my case, but my the BOP, and Tasha K, she got my emails, and she gave them to a parent, and they gave them to her, and that's the reason why. And I just, like, every single channel, every single place he go, he say the same exact thing. It's like listening to something over and over and over and over again. Okay? Danny said, Bonjean didn't do well with the Chicago victims. I don't think she would have been any better in that area in New York. I don't know. Hold on, y'all. Let me see this. Okay, great. All right, so that's primarily what I was thinking about this thing. Now, honestly, when my feelings about the Chicago thing is, I think it's got to be some type of strategy that Bonjean is trying with this here. I think she may feel as though that she has more of a better chance getting an appeal in Chicago than she does in New York, and maybe she's trying to just test her luck and say, hey, if I can get Chicago dropped or appealed, it would give me a better chance on an appeal in New York to say, hey, why won't they just follow Chicago's lead? Like, you know what I mean? So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Now, y'all, there was something that came out that I meant to talk about last week, but I got way too busy. And I'm going to let y'all see this here. Give me one moment here. Let me turn this down. Here we go. Share my screen with y'all. All right, check this out, man.
Woman who police say had sexually assaulted a 13-year-old boy is avoiding prison time.
Prosecutors offered her a plea deal even after she gave birth to a baby conceived with the teen. KRDO News Channel 13 Spencer Soysher joins us live from the El Paso County Courthouse where that plea deal was taken. And Spencer, the mother of that boy, is furious about the deal.
Bart and Heather, Andrea Serrano pleaded guilty to an amended charge of incest, though the 13-year-old boy's mother says that they have absolutely no relation. She said she objected to this plea deal when the DA's office showed it to her. Still, it didn't matter, and it appears Serrano is going to avoid prison time.
There's no blood relation. There should be no, incest charge being allowed.
Originally charged with sexual assault on a child, Andrea Serrano is avoiding prison time. She struck a deal, pleading guilty to incest only. The boy's mother is upset with that deal because police say Serrano gave birth to a child she conceived with the 13-year-old.
Had my son have been a little girl and this had been a 31-year-old man, they would be seeking incarceration, which they are not. And I don't think that they realize that, boy or girl, this is going to follow him for the rest of his life.
KRDO is concealing the identity of the boy's mother because her son is a victim of a sex crime. In May of last year, Fountain Police claimed Serrano admitted to them she was drunk when she had sex with the 13-year-old boy in her car and then was carrying his child. The boy's mother said she told the district attorney's office she was not okay with this plea deal.
It's not necessarily uncommon.
Legal expert Jeremy Lowe says giving someone a charge they aren't guilty of is not abnormal.
Oftentimes there's plea bargains that get people to what's called essentially fictional pleas.
But the mother says the boy wanted her prosecuted too and believes a fictional plea shouldn't be offered.
I feel like she's getting a slap on the wrist for a crime that shouldn't be taken lightly. It's double standards in my eyes.
The district attorney's office would not talk with us about this case today because Serrano hasn't been sentenced yet. We did, however, speak with Serrano's mother, who says the baby is in the NICU right now and that they haven't done any paternity tests that would be able to prove that it is the 13-year-old's child. Reporting live in Colorado Springs, I'm Spencer Soysher for KRDO News Channel 13.
New at 5 o'clock, a 31-year-old Fountain woman who police say had...
What y'all think about that situation? What do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about old boy getting the teacher pregnant? I want to know what y'all think. I really want to know because we all know that if it was the other way around, we would be going ham and going crazy, and you know what I mean? So let me see what some of y'all are saying. What's up, Queen Keish? What's going on? So y'all are saying that's disgusting. Yep, I got you. Put her under the jail. Boom, boom. Yes, lock her up. Now, she needs 30 years. So my questions are this, because and listen, this is gonna sound bad, but it's the truth. It's gonna sound bad, but it's the truth. And I can understand from a mother's point of view. A mother's gonna be like, that's horrible, that's gross, that's okay, yeah, I see, okay, they pouring in now, sick as F. She's sick, shaking my head. Pit Stop 1998 said, lock her up, revoke her drive, and register as a sex offender. Yes, okay. I can't write what I think. She needs to be in jail. Lock her up. Exactly, Pit Stop. Man, okay. So it looks like all the women, all the queens are united. I don't see no men saying any comments about this situation of this 13-year-old boy getting this 31-year-old teacher pregnant. I don't see it. I'm looking to see what the men are saying. And I think the men are quiet for a reason. And I know y'all gonna be like, oh, Atmos, that's just horrible. But I think that his age is you can't even imagine to think about a 13-year-old being with a woman that old, right? You got two sons, Justice. Now, I want to know from the men's point of view what they think, because I hear the women. I know I expected all the women to be like, lock her up, you know. I expected that. I want to hear from some men in this chat. I know I got a few of them. That pit stop. They won't say nothing. It's like it's a badge of honor. Hold on. Okay. Number 6. Okay, so number 6. Okay, that is not true. I said she needs to go to jail. Okay, I didn't know that you were, based on your name, I didn't know you were a man. Okay, but now I know, because we got one guy, he probably enjoyed his first time, but that is wrong on every level. Listen, y'all, here's the truth, and this is the world we live in. The world we live in, there are kids out here having sex at 11, 12, young, that are with, I know it sounds crazy, that are with older girls. As sick as it is. Same thing with women. So people think that young women can get older men. Younger men can get older women too. Now, in this situation, her profession, her age, the responsibility that she should have on her, she does deserve to go to jail. I mean, it's yep. I'm a queen, said Atmos. I know it happens all the time. It's not right. Right. K-Love92 says boys can be violated too. It's sick. It's a sick double standard. It is a sick double standard, but it is a double standard. If this had been a 31-year-old male teacher with a 13-year-old girl, we would be going, and y'all are going ham, I get it. But it would be more of a firestorm on these YouTube streets about this situation. It would be. It would be. However, there are some men out there who will look at that 13-year-old and be like, I see you, boy. Okay. You know, that's what's up. That's what's up. Now, as far as this woman deciding to have the baby by a 13-year-old, you carried a child by a 13-year-old. You're sick. You're crazy. You're insane. She is insane. Man, insane to do that, to do that and give birth. Well, who's the father, ma'am? That little boy over there. What the huh? The little 13-year-old. Service P said, but he's not a man. He's a child that was taken advantage of. I want to, you know what's crazy though? I wonder how y'all, listen, we got to be honest. The 13-year-old was doing enough to get himself to a point to where he ejaculated in this woman. What was he saying? Was he saying, stop, get off me, Mommy, I don't know. I don't ever want to know exactly all the details. It's just you question how it could happen. Now, this young 13-year-old boy was not old enough to consent to do anything. Neither was the woman, neither was the parents. Right? No, T. Jones, Bonjean is appealing the Chicago sentencing. She is appealing the Chicago sentencing. Warrior said, I have a 13-year-old son and she better hope the police find her first. Pit Stop 1998 said, I'm a middle school teacher, also taught in high school. It's sick to look my kids and think an adult could have relationships with them. Man, I'm sorry, but if it was my child, I'm beating her ass and then calling the cops. Sorry, not sorry. I get it. Had his baby and he was 14 and ended up, Hold on. I'm giving Mary Kay, Leah Demore, or whatever her name was, is giving, okay, says she had his baby and he was 14 and ended up marrying him. Oh, wow. Never heard nothing about that before. Okay. Man, but he is not a man. So y'all, this is a really crazy story. I didn't really see it blowing up as much as the R. Kelly thing did, right? Maybe because it's just a regular teacher. But this should have got just as much press as the other thing did, right? But it didn't. Let me see. How long has he been sexually active? Right, how long has the kid been sexually active? Exactly. How many times did they do it? Let me see. Let me look it up. Let me look and see. Let's look at the details. 13-year-old. Hey, Brad, Bay. 13-year-old pregnant. Okay. 13-year-old pregnant. 13. Okay, happened. No. Let me see. All right, y'all. Hold on. I'm gonna get some information. 31-year-old teacher. Pregnant by student. There we go. Okay. All right. So here we go. Here's the story, y'all. Let's look at this. All right. Hold on. Here we go. So this was a story. Okay. Brought out on March 4th. So no jail time for the woman who was 31 who admitted to sex with the boy 13 and having his baby. The former teacher, hold on, set time inmates according to prison records. Okay, that's not it. Okay, so it says here that the 31-year-old U.S. woman, let me bring this in so y'all can see it more clearly. That's the lady right there. Okay. 31-year-old a U.S. woman who admitted having sex with a 13-year-old and becoming pregnant with his baby is avoiding jail time. Ariana Serrano of Fountain, Colorado, was facing sexual assault charges after her arrest in 2022, but reached a plea deal with prosecutors to stay out of prison. Why was there even a plea deal in place? How could there even be a plea deal in place? Hold on. How could there be a plea deal even in place for this lady? Hold on. All right. So it says here, Now he's having to be a father. He's a victim, and he's going to have to live with that for the rest of his life. I feel like if she was a man and he was a little girl, it would definitely be different. They would be seeking more. I feel like because he is not a woman, they are not. They are having compassion for her. Let's see. Serrano will find out. Under the terms of her plea deal, Serrano must register as a sex offender, and she could face 10 years to life on sex offender intense supervised probation, according to the report. Serrano will find out in May how long she will be on probation. The district attorney's office dropped the original charges to a lesser charge that does not come with a mandatory jail time. KKTV reports that the victim's family plans to ask the courts to give the 13-year-old custody of the baby, which is currently in Serrano's custody. Like, why would... Now, would any... Moms and dads out there, if your 13-year-old son went out and got a grown woman pregnant, would you want custody of that child? Would you? I want to know, would you want custody of that child? Put a 1 in the chat for yes and put a 2 in the chat for no. Would you want to look at a child every day that your 13-year-old got a grown woman pregnant? Would you want to do that? I don't see why they would want that reminder. This is a rough one. Tell me what y'all think. Would you want custody of the child of a grown woman who shouldn't even been with your 13-year-old son? Would you want to have full custody of that child? Put a 1 in the chat for yes. Put a 2 in the chat for no. Let me see what y'all thinking. Or would you be telling your child, listen, you don't need to worry about changing no damn diapers and getting no baby bottles. Go in there and do your schoolwork. Like, what are we really talking about here? Okay? Honey said, no, I don't want the baby here. Okay? I'm a Queen said no. Ronnie Lau said no. T. Jones says there was no plea deal for nasty Kelly people like her. Made R. Kelly who he is. Right. Pit Stop said, hold on. Service P said no. T-Bone said no. Rockin' said nope. Now mom has to raise 2 kids. K-Love, wow. Shane Harris says 2. Nope. Pit Stop says I'm undecided. Okay, that's fair. Ronnie Lau says no. K-Love 92 says no. Okay, now. All right. Now I'm going to play devil's advocate. I'm going to play devil's advocate real quick. If it was a situation like that happened with mine, I would want custody. Let me tell you why. There's a reason why. Because if this woman is crazy enough to sleep with a 13-year-old little boy, I really don't want her watching over my grandson or granddaughter. I would be scared as I don't know what. The baby is here for a reason. I don't know why, but it's here and it's my son's baby. He can't take care of it. But I would be nervous to even know what she would even do with the baby. That would be my son's baby. Does she have that much of a sick infatuation with that baby that when my grandchild turns 10, 11, or 12, she going to be having sex with him? That's how I would be thinking, like, way ahead of time. Way ahead of time. Okay? That's crazy. T-Band 1 says, I'm undecided also. It's still a part of me. Exactly. Still a part of me. Honey says, I'm not making my son a mommy. What the F? Okay. I wouldn't trust her to be a mother. There you go, Pit Stop. You thinking like me. I wouldn't trust her to be the mother over my grandchild. I just wouldn't. I wouldn't. But I understand everybody else who say they would not want to sit there and look at a baby that should not be here. I get that too. I'm not, okay, I wouldn't trust her too. After he is grown, he can figure that out. Warrior said no. Honey said, oh shit, you right. That's That's how I'm thinking. Would I really want her crazy butt over my grandchild? Nah. Caleb92 says, I think she might do something to the baby. Right. That's the scary part. Justin T, please says, that's what I'm saying, Atmos. Yeah, right. Yeah. Right, Atmos. She can also come after him for child support later. That'll be crazy as heck. What he gonna give her, his freaking allowance? Out of your $5 a week, sir, you got to pay $2.50. I don't know. I'm tripping. Nexie Mendoza said 2. No. T. Jones says put the baby up for adoption. Steal your blood up for adoption. Come back later on, 10, 20 years. Hey, grandma, why you give me up? I don't know about that. I don't know. Different strokes for different folks, right? All right. Nemesis 119 says, would have to ask for the baby to be put up for adoption. I would have to ask for the baby to be put up for adoption. Okay. Listen, the beautiful part about this channel is anyone is entitled to their opinion. K-Love92 says, no judge will approve that under those circumstances. That's what I said, T. Jones. Well, we will find out what's going to happen. They can have open adoption and be in a child's life. Okay. True. They could. I don't know. I guess I'm weird. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Move to the side, April Showers. Move to the side. I'm about to bring you on. Hold on.
Wait a minute. Hold on. What do you mean move to the side?
What's up, April Showers?
You mute my camera.
Let me put my headphones on. Can you hear me?
Oh. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. I hear you. What you think about this?
What the hell is going on? Jesus Christ. You fall asleep? You ain't got me on camera, right? This is my voice because I was in bed and fell asleep.
You on camera, the whole world can see. Yeah, I ain't got you on camera. What you think about this? Let's start with this this baby thing by this 13-year-old. Would you want to get a baby?
I'm gonna go to court and I'm gonna get my grandbaby.
Okay. It's not the baby's fault that it's here, right?
No, children are innocent. Children didn't ask to be here.
Right. Queen Newton said his parents.
I don't. But yeah. I'm going to court and get mine.
Yeah. I would have to too. I mean, everybody's entitled to their opinion. A warrior said that's between her and God. I don't want to raise the baby. Okay. Everyone's entitled to their own, T-Bam, or make her sign over.
Well,
go ahead. You can speak, Miss April. You got the floor. What you think about this Bonjean appealing the Chicago thing? What you think about that?
Well, I thought she wasn't. So I done fell asleep. And I thought she wasn't doing the Illinois case. Now she is. Like, what the hell is going on? God dang it. Every day is something. So I thought she said she wasn't appealing the Illinois case.
See, I played that press conference she did over again, and she said that in the press conference that she was going to appeal that, and she did. So, do you think it's a good idea? You okay?
At this point, Atmos, I'm just going to see how everything plays out.
Okay.
That's all. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know the laws. I don't know anything. You know, all I kept seeing is BOP, BOP here and this and that. And I know she had to probably concede to that because of other stuff. Pressure had been put on, and it's just all crazy to me. Yeah. Yeah.
How do you feel about, I know you've been watching and seeing, how things have been going on these YouTube streets and everything. And, R. Kelly calling into the one lady, what's her name? Spitting something. Y'all know her name. And the R. Kelly sector just erupting. You see Bedbug over there going off.
I'm gonna say this. There was people out there 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, y'all.
Go ahead. Do your thing. So no, I've been just kind of looking.
I wrote everybody's name down. Hold on for a minute.
All right. So yeah, y'all, I just been kind of looking at what's been going on, and I see how, Bedbug is going crazy over there, going crazy on, on the people that's, I guess because R. Kelly didn't call him. I don't know if it's, I don't
know. I don't know, but I will say this. The momentum was high 4.5 years ago. And no matter how I feel about these people, Dana, Sylvia, Hollywood Next, Dubowski, DJ Tyson, Just Jazz, Trent, Spitting Fire, One Papoose, Texas Black Diamond, Dottie, and oh my God, Cousin Levi. All of them should have got phone calls. Now I'ma leave it like that. All of them should have got phone calls.
I tell you somebody else who I think should have got a phone call that you ain't even mentioned.
And then they talk about land, huh?
You hear me?
Who did I?
You missed April Showers. You know him.
Oh no,
personally.
I'm talking on the phone. No, my business. I don't do all of that.
I got you. So you wouldn't even. Okay, I got you. Well, I feel like if anybody should have heard from him, you should have, because you got a YouTube channel too, and you've been advocating and fighting for him.
My YouTube channel was not based on him. I just wanted everything to be out with what he was getting ready to face.
Miss Mo.
I still support him, innocent or guilty, like I said. But it is what it is. Stuff to come out. I done swallowed my pills, and it is what it is.
It is.
But I don't know. I done gave it to Jesus, gave it to God, the higher powers, the ancestors, everybody. I done called for divine intervention. I done called for family reconciliation. That's my wish. So, that's where I'm at now. But again, those people should have been called. And it don't matter how I personally feel about some of them. Some of them, it don't matter. But they should have been called. And so everybody heard my list of people. And that's my personal opinion.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Purple. What's up, Miss Mo? Yeah, this fire not gonna light my hair on fire. I'll be all right.
And so, I can't say what I really want to say.
May I ask you a question, Miss April?
Yeah.
Do you feel as though that Chicago judged him fairly? Do you feel like it was a fair sentence for him in Chicago?
I think Judge Lennonweather, Judge Lennonweather was known as a lifer.
I heard that.
He was known as a lifer. He was giving people maximum sentences. But maybe he took the time and looked at all the shenanigans attached to this. Now we know some things was wrong, right, and Lord have mercy. But it's too many evil demonic spirits attached to this. And but I think the judge was fair. Yeah. And I'm glad that it didn't happen before COVID, because he said he would have gave him the maximum. So I'm just glad
he did say
that he was able to look at everything. So we gotta be fair. The judge, looked at everything. And he did give restitution to the girl who had been seeing, getting help, professional help. All of this is a mess. It's a mess. So.
Okay.
It's a mess.
I appreciate you sharing your opinion on it. I know that I love to get your opinion because you're always the wiser. I noticed that you've had some attacks against you because you tell the truth and because you.
I shall not be moved. You better go back and listen to.
I watched your live.
Them people didn't make me, nor can they break me.
Right.
I should not be moved. I was raised to try to do the right thing. They don't move me. Witches, warlocks, and ghosts don't move me neither. April showers, I'm stepping back down.
Okay. And that's how she rolling out. That's what it is. But y'all listen, I missed y'all. I'm glad that I was able to hop on here for a little bit and just come back and let y'all know I do be paying attention to what's going on. Shout out to Larry. I been watching his lives, and Diva, Divine, and all my family over here, and friends that I have on other channels. But I stay in the loop. I may not go on every day or whatever, but I know what's going on, and I really think that we just need to sit back and watch and see. It is sad that some bloggers have decided to stop giving commentary or shut their channels down because of the pressure or the negative attention from other bloggers who probably shouldn't even had a channel in the first place. But just my opinion, okay? But y'all listen, I'm about to roll out of here. I do appreciate y'all coming in here to rock with me and share some in conversation with me on this day, okay? But if no one else has anything else they want to say, I'm going to go ahead and get off of here, and I will holler at y'all later on, okay? I love y'all. Hit the like button on the way out. I appreciate y'all. Peace out.